That's
Oh
Super
my
Slam,
God, no.
actually. Get it right.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I need. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. I can see now.
Superslam! Oh, no.
Super Slam!
Yelled John Cena as he jumped down from the courts onto his dazed opponent. But suddenly, as he fell through the air, a portal opened up and he fell through. He awoke in a strange place, opening his eye to find himself in a strange village. But even stranger, all around him were multicolored horses. One walked over to him. This is a great picture already, I love it.
Oh my God.
Okay, Twilight's the next line.
Twilight.
Hello, sir. I'm Twilight Sparkle. I'm glad you're here.
John Cena stared at the creature before him.
Where am I?
He asked.
What is this place?
This is Ponyville.
Twilight replied.
There's an emergency. We need the help of a great warrior, so we summon you.
Yeah, nothing's
Listen.
more believable than WWE.
Continue.
Legend tells of the mighty leader
The Sea Nation.
What the fuck?
of the Sea Nation, a fearsome warrior who can defeat any challenge.
Cena picked himself from the ground.
Very well, I shall help you as long as you can send me back to the ring afterwards. What do you need?
A power-mad unicorn by the name of Starlight Glimmer has turned and created a time loop where my friends and I never got our cutie marks, and it's caused chaos. We need you to defeat Starlight Glimmer before she can do any more damage.
Cena simply nodded and strode off, already knowing exactly where his target was through his champion tier instincts.
10 minutes
Wait.
later.
10 minutes later, I mean, this whole fiction basically happened in 2 minutes, so 10 minutes later, the fiction's already over.
Actually, it all happened
No.
in 22 minutes.
Actually, it was written
Yeah.
at 3 a.m. in a Skype call. I was with the dude, so.
Alright. Cena strode towards a cave in the middle of the wilderness. But this cave was in fact the hideout of the evil Starlight Glimmer. As he entered, a voice rang out.
That's Starlight.
So the warrior approaches, and what a warrior he is! A man who only knows how to win stage matches.
Clo-
Oh shit.
Closing his eyes for a moment, Cena murmured to himself.
Murmured
Darn
to
it,
himself.
Rise above the hate.
he said, before walking on into the cave. As he entered, he saw a pink unicorn standing some distance away with a scroll hovering in the air. And a moment later, a blast of energy sprouted.
English.
Darn German! Sprouted!
Christ.
It sprouted from the horn, racing towards him.
Sounds like every clappic.
Dude, calm down.
Just
As the blast hit Cena's bare chest, it simply reflected off and hit the ground harmlessly. A true champion being untouchable.
Your time is up, unicorn.
He
time's
declared.
up.
Sound effects.
Pinhead.
He declared, "I have been summoned to defeat you and restore peace to this land." All right. Apparently,
That should have
the
been in
narrator is saying
quotes.
something as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Starlight replied.
I see my combat magic has no effect on you. But if you want to take me down, you'll have to catch me first.
Kinky.
And with that, a burst of
Oh,
a burst of magic came from her horn, and as the scroll nearby lit up, and a giant vortex opened up just above them, she quickly used her magic to levitate herself through it, and seeing his warrior escape, Cena paused to gather his strength before making a giant leap all the way up to the ceiling, passing
Wow.
through the vortex.
Arriba! Da, 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 da.
Da, 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 da.
John Cena sounds like "Skrrrrat!"
No, shut the hell up. We're not even halfway through this. Keep reading.
Yep.
Oh god dang it. But as he looked around him, he was shocked by his surroundings. He found himself in a field and standing just a short distance away, where all 8 members of the Nexus, the evil organization that had feuded with him in 2010, but all of them looked just as they had then. Floating above them, Starlight Glimmer shouted.
I expect Twilight Sparkle would call on you, so I went back in time and made a
She
deal
shouted!
with his voice. They take care of you, and I'll have the front row seat.
With popcorn.
Cena knew full well that for all his skills, he couldn't take on 8 men at once, but valuing loyalty, he decided that he wouldn't betray Twilight Sparkle's trust by running.
Never give up.
He yelled.
He yelled. To no one in particular, and charges his opponents. He fought well, delivering a body slam to David Otunga that took him out of the fight and knocking out Wade Barrett with a well-placed punch. But after a minute of combat, he was stunned by a lucky hit, and the rest piled on top of him. Starlight laughed.
So, even the famed leader of the C-Nation
The
can be
C-Nation.
broke. Yes, C-Nation. Now submit, so that I can claim Equestria myself.
Cena gritted, goddammit, his teeth. To submit would be to betray Equestria to his villain, but pinned and with no hope of escape. He had no choice. Closing his eyes in shame, he raised his hand and prepared to tap out. But suddenly, a calm voice interrupted.
Now.
It said,
Don't get in too big of a hurry.
Is this Discord?
This is actually good.
Also, when I heard David, I wish that you said David Tennant.
As straining his neck to look up, Cena saw across the field a man with permed hair standing with an easel next to him.
Starlight.
Who in Equestria are you?
Oh,
Rang out Starlight's voice.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you to our world.
It is Discord!
Yes.
wait. Can I try and do a Discord voice for him really quick?
Yes, please do the Discord voice for Bob Ross.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you to our world.
Yes.
Actually, not that far away, came the calm reply.
Enough interruption!
Shouted Starlight.
2 of you deal with this fool!
As 2 of the wrestlers climbed off Cena and advanced towards Ross, the painter
Oh my.
You see,
he said,
this is our world. If you just believe you can do anything, you have unlimited power.
picking up a paintbrush and dipping it in his sap green paint, he turned to his easel and made a simple
Oh my
God dang it.
God.
I'm gonna have a speaking stroke. He made a simple stroke on the canvas, and as he did, a massive tree rose from the
Yay.
ground, right beneath the 2 wrestlers, catapulting them into the air and knocking them unconscious.
Now,
The painter said,
time to get you out of that little mess.
turning back to his easel. He made some more strokes before chipping away at his canvas with the palette knife. Suddenly, all of them were transported to the top of the mountain, and in their shock, the remaining 6 wrestlers tumbled off Cena, who quickly rose to his feet.
Now,
Said the painter.
just beat the devil out of him.
And Cena did, 6 men being far from enough to take him on.
Wow, Cena beating 6 men.
Wow.
Shocked
boy.
at the turnaround, Starlight Glimmer finally broke out of her trance.
You may have won this battle, but I will be back.
She cried, opening up
Oh,
another
wait.
vortex above her. But Ross simply smiled.
What if we just add a happy little tree right here?
Oh no.
He said, making some
Yes,
more brush.
put a tree, yes.
And
Yes, I
in an
agree with you.
instant, A tree erupted from the mountainside, smashing into Starlight and knocking her right closed.
You fools!
She shouted,
You think trees can stop me?
quickly levitating herself high in the air. She opened up another vortex in the clouds. For the first time, Ross frowned.
Listen, champ,
He said,
this one's down to you. Just remember, there are no limits here. Believe that you can do it, 'cause you can do it.
Cena understood. Gathering his strength, he mumbled to himself.
Cena,
Hustle.
do we
Cena,
have
Cena.
Hustle.
Oh,
Crouching
hustle.
down. Hustle. Crouching down. He said out loudly, "Fucking dog, shut up!"
Loyalty.
Crouching down, he said out loud, "Loyalty,"
Loyalty.
and putting all his energy into one mighty leap. He screamed at the top of his lungs.
Respect!
Looking down as she floated towards the vortex, Starlight suddenly saw Cena hurtling towards her through the air, but before she could react, he was upon her, grabbing her tight and turning downwards. Starlight between him and the ground below.
Cena Slam!
He cried gaily, while Starlight squirmed to get free, but his iron grip and his massive dick was too tight, and after mere moments, the two met the ground and themselves. Starlight being knocked unconscious in an instant by the slam, while Cena was left unscathed. What? I can't even English.
Unscathed.
Unsketched.
Just skip the word.
Yeah.
Quickly slinging her over his shoulders, he walked over to Ross.
No, we don't
Thanks
have a
for the
Cena.
help. Oh wait, I can't tell who was talking if it was Ross, but I just realized it was Cena. Thanks for the help.
He told the man.
I don't know what I would have done without you.
It was with pleasure.
Ross replied,
Just remember, every day's a good day when you paint.
and turning back to his canvas, he painted the portal back to Ponyville, which Cena stepped through.
I'm the painter, and her face is the canvas.
No.
Oh wait, that came out wrong!
Wait, there's still
Oh,
more.
God.
There's still more. You haven't finished.
We're not done yet.
Yep.
Okay, okay. Miss Sparkle! I have returned.
Proudly proclaimed gay Cena.
Thank you so much, great warrior.
The horse replied.
Horse.
You have saved us all. How can we ever repay you?
Fear not.
Cena replied.
All I wish is to be sent back to my home. Besides, I had had some help.
And as the ponies around him cheered, Cena stepped back through another portal to the ring, arriving just in time to finish the match with a 5-knuckle shuffle, whatever the
Oh
heck that
my.
means.
Five
Oh my
knuckle
God.
shuffle.
And we're fucking done!
Yay.
Yay.